All right, everybody. Totally buenos dias. Welcome to another traveling Costa Rica vlog here on YouTube. This video is part 5 of our bus trip from Costa Rica into Nicaragua. So be sure to check the channel for our previous videos where we depart from Liberia in Costa Rica. In the last video, I showed you guys where I stayed for the night after getting off of the bus from Costa Rica in the capital city of Nicaragua, Managua. Then we jumped on a motorcycle and went down to check out some historical buildings and the lake in Managua. And finally, we took an in-drive taxi up to the bus station where we could continue north. So check the channel for that, and a link to that video will be in the description below. In this video, we will be departing that bus station and heading north. We will go to a town called Chinandega, which is on the west side of Nicaragua. Check out that town for a little bit and then continue on further north to our final destination, which is a town called Potosí. So if you guys are enjoying this video series or our other videos traveling around Costa Rica, be sure to hit subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know some destinations you want me to visit in Costa Rica. And check out the Amazon store. I'll put the QR code on screen right now. You can scan that, or there's a link in the description below where you can find a lot of the things that I use while I'm traveling around Costa Rica and here in Nicaragua. All right, so here we are on the bus getting ready to head north from the bus station in Managua. So from the time I jumped off the taxi and located this bus, I didn't actually have time to film a proper intro for this video. So we'll just start this one off right on the bus. So I paid $2 to jump on this bus. Now, if I had planned a little bit differently, I think I could have got a proper coach bus because this one was small and kind of crowded and not air conditioned. So it was very hot the whole ride. And you can see just a lot of people stuffed in here. I don't know what this one would be called, like a mini bus, a micro bus. Pretty common little shuttle bus going around, but this is on a proper schedule. So if you go to that bus station and you maybe walk around a little bit more, you'll be able to find a bigger bus that's a bit more comfortable. Here we are leaving Managua on the main highways heading north. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get a window seat. They didn't really have seat selection on the bus, so I was doing my best to film some of the trip here, going through some more built-up areas. You see, it's pretty interesting. A lot of pedestrians walking, a lot of little commercial developments going on. I didn't really know where I was. I was trying to check Google Maps as we were heading further north. Now, whenever I saw the gap in the trees coming up ahead, I'd kind of point the camera out. So I got some cool shots like that lake there. There's a volcano off in the distance. So we were driving for about an hour, and then we made a stop at this restaurant here. You can see the worker came out and was selling various drinks and snacks and stuff like that. So nobody actually departed the bus. And there was other buses doing the same thing. So I guess that's how they do it here. I was hoping for a pee break, but didn't get one. But beggars can't be choosers is what I say. So we departed that rest station, and I got some more cool views off through the fields of some mountains and volcanoes. And then we headed in towards a town called León. I didn't stop there, but here we are heading into it. You can see the signs on the side showing where approximately we are while this video was taken. So the distance between when I got on the bus in Managua and this location here was about 2 hours of driving. So we had been on the bus 2 hours at this point. And I didn't really see much of a built-up town going through León here. I think the route we took was a bypass around the town to stay on the highway. We did see some residential areas and some commercial areas like this here. Ahora más. Save more. I don't know what that is. Maybe a grocery store or something like that. And then we got right back on these well-paved highways. Overall, the roads were really good condition while I was traveling through Nicaragua here. The distance between León and Chinandega was about another hour of driving. All right, and we have arrived in Chinandega. So this is the bus we were just on right here. I know we maybe didn't get a good look at it, so that's what I wrote in. I think it was about 2 hours, but I'll put on screen, or I probably already said it in the voiceover. So it was pretty cool driving in here. So this is like the bus, one of the bus terminals, I suppose. Lots of buses that they rate on the bus where they go. So like this one goes to León. Yeah, we drove through León, and I have to go to another bus station to get to Potosí, which is further north from here. They said it's a long walk, but I do want to show you guys kind of the little market right here. I don't know where that bus station is. I hope I can find it. So here's a lot of shuttle buses.
That probably would have been a bit cozier than one of them. But that's okay. We're just freeballing it, guys. So I actually don't have a plan. I just kind of know the route that I want to take. And I'm freewheeling it as I go. This is a cool bus, man. Look at that. It's awesome. Yeah, so we drove through here on the way in. I've never been here once again. I keep saying that. So look at this. We'll kind of walk slow through here. This is new for me. It's super awesome. There's lots going on. Couldn't get a good look when I was in the bus. And sorry for the views in the bus, man. I can't decide. I just jumped on that thing and I started going. Can't really decide where I'm going, you know, or where I'm sitting. So we'll go this way, I guess. So I guess the next bus terminal is up to like the left here. And if you guys know anything about this location, I mean, let me know. I guess there should be beaches nearby. Is there tourism here? I have no idea. Just a really new thing for me. So they got people cooking up chicken, everything like that. But I'm probably going to pass on the street meat. I'm passing on the water too, man. A big thing has been like getting bottled water. I got to do one of these. Actually, I'm probably going to hire one of those guys to take me to the place in Potosí. Or the bus station for Potosí. So very cool. And I think it's about like 2 more hours, maybe an hour and a half, an hour, I don't know, to get up to where I'm going. Now, when I was in the car, I messaged a hostel up there. They said they have room, but they haven't confirmed it yet. I'm just going to try to send it. I'm going to just walk up to this street here. Maybe isn't the best narrative because like I have no idea like even what's going on. Oh, chicken. Oh, look at the cakes. That's the cakes. Oh man, that looks so good. I've just been sweating basically since I left. Oh, casino. Let's go. All right, guys. So right now, yeah, I'm gonna go try to find this thing. I'll update you guys where it is. So for reference sake, where are we? There's looks like a Puma gas station right here in Chinandega. It's CompuCell. Okay, so if you're coming here, I mean, that's where it is on Google Maps. That's interesting. And let's go find the next bus station and continue on this trip.
So I asked around about where I needed to go, and they said that there's a bus station on the other side of town at a Mercadito that I needed to head to, and it was a long walk, they said. So I flagged out one of these guys, and I paid this guy. He said, just pay me whatever. And I was like, I'll pay you $2 then, I don't know. So it was a pretty cool trip. I got to see the town. Basically one of those things that's breezing by. There's a lot of them going around town, dropping off people and doing deliveries and stuff like that. It was pretty interesting. And I got to see the town. So here's some shots of that. I didn't know much about Chinandega when I went through here. There are some beaches out towards the Pacific side, so the west side of the country. This seems to be the larger town that's close to those beach towns. So lots of activity going on, lots of commerce, and lots of people. It didn't seem like there was much tourism going on because I'm sure a lot of people just head out towards the beach if they're visiting. But even still, it was very cool seeing all these businesses. You can see off on the right side, there's a Uno gas station. We're passing it right now. I think those are in Costa Rica as well. So that's what was kind of surprising to me when I was traveling around here, seeing a lot of these businesses that are in Costa Rica and elsewhere as well, like international brands, in addition to all the very unique Nicaraguan businesses, restaurants, and shops that I saw along the way here. All right, we have arrived at the Mercadito, about a 10-minute trip. Nice park here. So there's a bunch of vendors right here. Just trying to stay in the shade though, man. It's hot. So the guy that was driving me pulled up right behind a school bus. And I spoke to the driver. He said it's 60 Córdoba. So we'll see. It's a school bus though. Just exploring around here. Lots of cool things. There's a big church right here too. Queso burguesa. Oh my goodness, that sounds good. That sounds really good.
Let's go have a look over here. So this is where he dropped me off. I've just been kind of walking around to get the lay of the land, see what's interesting. So here is the market area. And there are in fact a whole bunch of buses and shuttle buses coming through here. Bunch of stores and shops. Oh, and it seems that the school bus has moved. Seems that the school bus has moved, maybe. No, he's gone. He's leaving. Said he was going to leave at 2:20, but I guess he's dipping. So I'll have to find an option. But anyways, here's the other one. Here's the little Mercadito, I think is what somebody called it. That's really cool. And we'll see how we're getting to Potosí. All right, so we found the bus. It says right on it, Potosí, right there. We just were up there, so the bus was stopped up there, and I guess he pulled up. And I asked some people, and they said this is the stop for the Potosí bus. So you can see we're in a fruit market, all kinds of yummy stuff that the dog is enjoying. Cool. Okay, guys, so we're gonna jump on the bus. Apparently, it's 60,000. I said that. That's like about $2, I think, maybe a bit less. So we'll see how this goes.
All right, so here we are on the bus from Chinandega to Potosí. So this is a school bus, as you can see. I believe what this is referred to normally is a chicken bus. So here we are leaving town. Let's see, it's kind of built up. The roads are still in good order out here in the further north quadrant of Nicaragua. Here we are just looking out the window, preparing my body for this trip on the chicken bus. Still very green, still a lot of farmers areas. You can see little shops along the way. Seemed there was a lot of restaurants and things like that where people would stop and bring out snacks. So here's the inside of the bus. Sorry about the glare. That's how I charge up. I'm solar powered. So you see off on the right side there, that guy who hangs out the side of the bus. He's like kind of the guy who's running the bus. He's the guy you pay. He jumps on and off, and he decides who gets on the bus, who gets off, where we're stopping. It was kind of interesting. So if you're traveling through Nicaragua, keep an eye out for that guy, because that's who you talk to about getting on the bus. Now, I got to say, this was not comfortable with the big giant backpack. It's obviously a school bus, so carrying basically a rucksack was a bit tougher. And as this bus starts filling up, you will not have a lot of room. So you can maybe stuff your backpack behind the driver's seat. That's what I did on one of these legs. But just keep that in mind. Now, there is another company that has a shuttle between these two towns. It's called Gecko Trail Explorer. So you can search them up on Google. When I got on this bus, I immediately started searching for other options because I was like, I'm not doing this again. This is just too much. Here's a little traffic jam going through the farmers' fields. Those are some good looking bovine right there, I gotta say. Look at the horns on those ones. Something I've seen a lot in Costa Rica, evidently in Nicaragua as well. Now, as we started continuing north after all the stops, there's a volcanic range that separates the town of Potosí and the coast on further on the Pacific side. So this is kind of getting a view of that mountain range. Very nice up here. And the total for this trip was, I got on the bus at 2:20 p.m. and we arrived at 4:40 p.m. at the destination.
Okay, so we have arrived in Potosí. That was a long trip on that bus, man. That was a long trip on that bus. So we're gonna try to find wherever I'm staying. I